Is it recording now? All right, that's great. All right, now let's redo that, I guess. All right, man. We back again on another episode. It's your boy Deric Swain and the gang again. And we here with a special guest. We're gonna have everybody introduce themselves. We'll start down with Ty, and then we'll come all the way down here.
So my name's Ty.
Tell me what's up? Tell me what you into, man.
Shit.
Introduce yourself.
So
what's your resume?
Box and I don't know. I just try to stay active. This month.
Man, he's a humble man. My man's a boxer. He's a boxer. You feel me? He's a humble man. Though.
I'm a little modest.
Modest.
Yeah.
You already know. Smitty with the X. You got it.
What you said with the X?
Yeah, I put an X instead of the I. Looks kind of cool. So serious. The only reason.
And our special guest here.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to be here, man. Glad to be here and hanging out with you guys. My name is Luck. They know me as their barber.
Yes, sir.
Met these guys from a couple of months back. Good dudes. Yeah. So they invited me. I'm glad,
Yes, sir.
To be amongst y'all, man. And hang out for a little while.
Yeah, man. That's it. Which is my barber, man. We always, every time I come in there, we always have good convos.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to keep that same energy. This is new to me, so I'm gonna try to.
I understand. It is weird because I be nervous at everyone too. Like every time I start, I be nervous. I don't know why.
It's out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, it's a little different. That's why I want to find a way to like have it a little bit more natural. I will later on, like once I get my place and everything. I want to have just a little bit more natural feeling, because this feel like kind of studio feeling. And I don't like that feeling. Right. It gets people a little nervous. It's like, oh, we in the studio.
With all the lights and stuff.
It's like, oh, we in the studio. Like, nah, I'm not trying to have it that serious. It is hot in here. It's always hot in here.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeman don't like the AC.
He sure don't.
Mr. Freeman do not like the AC. He always got it hot in here. But, yeah, I guess, I don't know. We up to nothing today, man. But we had some good convos at the barbershop, especially about, like, men and women and stuff like that. And, let me see here. Off the top, thinking
the differences.
I was gonna say, what do you feel about today, like in 2023, with the women and men whole argument thing on the internet? About women being more masculine and men being misogynistic and stuff now, especially with the podcast thing. And I remember I never wanted to talk about like the men and women thing on the podcast because I see everybody doing it, and I just see where it was going and stuff like that. It was more towards like, people pointing out, men do this and women do this. It's not coming together as a whole, just pointing fingers at each gender. It's like a gender war, you know what I'm saying? Right. And I don't like that. But what do you see? What do you feel about that now?
I think it's necessary because it's therapeutic. It has to happen. It's some things that just have to happen because the modern day women and the modern day men are getting it's just disruptive at this point.
Yeah.
As far as the family, I come from an era of we had roles in the family. You knew your role, you knew your space, you knew your position. Now it's like positionless basketball.
Yeah.
The roles.
Yeah, everybody wants to do everything.
They picking roles,
Yeah.
It's at their convenience, though. It's like people want traditional
when it's convenient.
Lifestyles, like
when it's convenient.
Yeah. Like women want traditional
marriages.
But then they also want like a masculine side of things. They want to make their own money, but they still want traditional like relationships, and it's like you can't have both. You really can't.
Do you think like some guys are like that too with women? Like they want women to like do a certain thing for them, but like won't actually want them to be their girlfriend or anything or claim them. Like do you think it's the same way? Or?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it works both ways. Yeah.
But but now it's been mostly more people been talking mostly more about women nowadays with it. At least I think so on the the podcast scene.
The podcast
scene, relationship thing.
I can't listen to them. A lot of them they sound real corny to me.
Yeah,
I'm being real because it's just like
Fresh and Fit. Or you think Fresh and Fit does?
They be saying nothing crazy.
You ever heard of Fresh and Fit?
I heard, but I can't get his picture of his face.
It's like this dude named Myron, like this Arabian dude, and this black dude.
He has a beard.
Yeah.
He always has a little table of women there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I follow. I seen him. I agree with
majority of it. Yeah,
because he's touching on things that's uncomfortable, and he usually allows the women to answer their own questions, which is better. That they see it better when they answer it themselves.
Yeah,
like the modern day woman really is built to not need men.
That's and they say that too.
Right.
Yeah.
And in my house, I tell them, you don't even supposed to touch garbage to me, and I'm not supposed to touch dishes.
Yeah.
But today they'll get mad at you. You ain't do the dishes, and they'll say, "Well, you didn't take out the garbage." Like those roles have now
they're
switched.
Like you said, like basketball, you playing a position.
Like you cannot be a man and I cannot be a woman. I can never be as nurturing as you, and you can never be as like jumping on ladders and fixing lights and things like that. So, but women has this independence, and I say independence from who? Who do you want independence from?
That's facts, and it's like I feel like it's being. Do you feel like it's being pushed? Because I kind of feel like it's.
I do
being pushed, but I don't know if it's being pushed intentionally or by mistake.
It's agenda based.
It's definitely being pushed because if a lot, like I said, the reason I don't like a lot of those podcasts and stuff where they come in and just start talking is because the people who are sitting here mad talking about this stuff, if you actually really just got into a relationship with someone and put in your effort and they put in their effort, all those questions, all that stuff that you're worried about will be answered. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of people base things a lot of theory. Oh, because I saw this and somebody did this, it's probably gonna happen to me. No, my nigga, go out there and try it. She's probably not like that. He's probably not like that.
Yeah.
So
I think it really starts with the household too. Like when you don't have both parents in the household.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of podcasts such as like Fresh and Fit, like they make it seem like it's just that it's always happening. It's like they act like it's just women, but it's both ways.
Absolutely.
Because I hear like some of the conversations that I hear just like when I'm at work and stuff, like toxic, but it's the way that they was raised. Like you can't really blame them for learning what they see on social media, what they see on TV. And like their idols ain't like people that you would really want to
idolize.
Mirror yourself after. Like definitely not.
They idols, Black China, old Black China,
Right.
Nicki Minaj,
Terrible.
Christian Rock now.
Yeah.
Everybody keep posting that. They love that.
Oh, Bluetooth.
Yeah, that's
Bluetooth.
Yo.
You stupid.
Yo,
I ain't never heard that one.
she is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And that kind of toxic, like abusive ass relationship is glorified.
It's
I'm like, bro,
perpetuated.
It's
Yeah,
glorified because people think that's they think that's like empowerment. Like they
view it as love. These
Yeah.
guys must be really love each other because they go through this and go through that.
because they hit each other.
That's it. That is for like that's a lot of women that do come on Fresh and Fit. Like, do you think they just like pick them like that, or
I really think they pick them like that because it's just like they got to make the show look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same kind of.
and like sometimes they have like one girl who's like somewhat all right in their mind, but it's kind of weird. Like, do they plan this or something? Like, are they trying to like plan this? It just seems like it is.
Well,
It's in music too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They look at the rapper that talks in a certain manner, a certain level of ignorance.
Yep.
So if you start talking consciously as far as a rapper, you're not gonna
yeah.
really be that high on that thing. They might sprinkle you around here and there.
I'm not even gonna lie. Even like a lot of black women now, like I ain't saying it's hard to find a black woman that's somewhat right, but it's tough right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's tough.
Yeah.
Everyone you meet, they expect you to sell drugs or do something like
They want like a certain type of guy, like, and it's just like they're looking for that type of guy.
The ones that the rappers really the rappers type, like that's what they see. You feel me?
When I told one of my homegirls, I was like, bro, you do you,
Yeah.
or whatever, but just know like that shit is an act.
Yeah.
It's entertainment, but that's a lot of people can't decide.
No, I mean them guys we know that really just talking.
Future said it best. Nigga, if I did all them drugs I rapped about, I'd be dead.
No, fact.
I don't listen to him, so I ain't know.
That's why I've been telling people, like, you think Future popping perks all day and going to business meetings?
Right.
Like, it's childish for real. And but they, that's what our culture look up to now. It's really crazy to me, I think. Like,
it is.
I remember how it even changed. I feel like it really changed over social media. Like, it's always been rappers who's been, like, on the thug thing, but not every woman was wanting that, and it was pushed the most. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like when social media came out, I remember the switch. Like, even though I was young when it happened, it was like I was like in middle school at 8th grade, going to 9th grade. At least that's when I started messing with Instagram, when I heard about it. And I could instantly start seeing the changes in people slowly going, like, as it got more and more to like almost this point it is now.
You you're connected with everybody in the world.
Yeah.
With your phone, and like I said, you get to your platform. You get to show what you want.
Yeah.
So if I'm over here posting that, hey, all I'm doing is I'm out here spending money, living that fast kind of lifestyle, shit.
It's appealing.
It's appealing.
It is appealing.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's very popular. Now everybody wants to.
We can't lie about that. They like a lifestyle with money and cars and nice places. It's appealing to a lot of people, almost everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like people.
It's all a show.
I think what we fail to forget too is like this generation's the first like
social media generation.
That's
generation. True. And like I feel like with a lot of that, like same with people back in the 90s, 80s, they weren't around it, but they still had to grow up. I feel like a lot of these people are still just trying to mature.
I believe that too, but I also seen a lot of older people fall into it way more than what you would think. Like a lot more, way more than what you would think. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know if it's staying relevant or
yes, that's what it's about.
You think that's what it is?
That's exactly
trying to stay relevant.
Because I think it's crazy now the stuff
old.
I do.
It's the fear of getting old, feeling old, looking old. They just want to have that connection, like with the youth, or younger people. They just They just don't want to look at themselves and say, "Wow, I'm getting old. I'm getting disconnected." They want to try to stay connected.
Stay connected. Yeah,
it's hard because you don't want to be in that. You're not a young man anymore.
Prime example: Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates.
Bro, I don't know what's wrong with this.
Yo, that's crazy. Why he always humping on the Instagram? That's crazy to me.
What's wrong with him?
Them pants is out of pocket. Them pants is out of pocket.
And his exploits, what he say? Yeah, I'm like, wow, man, he's saying some wild stuff.
He say some wild stuff,
but you seen him on like his podcast talk. He tries to talk like almost spiritual, but then the shit he posts just don't add up. It don't add up.
He's trying to be too many. He got too many personas. He don't know who he want to be.
Yeah.
But that's with all entertainment. I feel like most entertainers, actors, musicians, like they're all kind of like that in a way.
You got to. I mean, they got to figure out how to continuously stay relevant so they can continuously make their money.
Yeah.
Shock TV.
That's their.
That's true.
That's their brand. You know what I'm saying? That's their bag. So they got to.
One person I really found who tried to help this generation was Kevin Samuels. Like
that's my man.
I'm about to say that's my boy Lucky right here. He loves it.
Yeah, that's my guy.
I do because he really did put me on game on stuff, bro. Like honestly, it was like, bro, focus on yourself. You build yourself up, bro. Then you gonna get the pick of any girl you want, and that has been working phenomenally.
But they made it seem like he was only like he wasn't even bashing the women. He's just telling them like he
was actually doing it, but justifiable.
He was doing it.
He was definitely bashing.
He held a mirror up that they were not looking. They would walk past that mirror. They never would focus on that mirror and say, "I got to change me.
Yeah,
I got to change some things. How am I worrying about my career and my education more than my marriage or my relationship? Like, I will go through all type of studying. I'll go to Google this and Google that and get information, but not about my life as far as a wife or my marriage. They won't do that work. It just won't.
Sad. I like that he got on everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
He got men. He got some men too.
Just something. You came on his channel with some bullshit.
Yeah, he was getting like
he was gonna hold that mirror up to you.
That's what he's about.
He said that before. He was like, I was talking about to men first for years. He said that as soon as I hit women, I blow up. But like, what do y'all think that means? Though, like, as soon as you talk to women, it blows up, right? Like,
they just can't take it.
They lack accountability, man. Like,
yes,
they really do. They. It's just like I feel like with male behavior, like we tend to know like when we make a mistake and we own up to our mistakes. I'm not saying it's everybody. It's not.
It's not.
But like with women, like if you say one thing, they quick to just like, well, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing wrong? I'm like, I never said that I wasn't doing anything wrong. But
you're just addressing this subject.
Yeah.
Now you already went 3 pages past the subject now to another thing. Yeah, I asked my ex-wife, man. I said, just spell it. I just want you to write it. Just write accountability. Just write it on a piece of paper and look at it. She don't even want to do that. So just write it. I just want to know if you know how to spell it. That'll help me out. Just you knowing how to spell it. I know you know the meaning. I know you heard it a million times. But do you know how to spell it and see it?
Yeah,
visualize it. She does. She didn't. She never. I'm waiting for it still.
It makes sense to her.
But it's definitely like the delusion that they feed them through the social media and internet, which would have them thinking like that. Like the whole feminist movement now,
everybody's a queen.
Yeah, it's different.
You ain't a queen and you ain't a king because you don't care what people think, because they tell you need to work on yourself. If you was a king or a queen, you would work on yourself.
And social media,
you know what I'm saying?
It moves the opposite of working on yourself. Yeah. Like totally. And before social media is like how like it's like almost, you know how like everybody plays like say it's a football game or whatever, and one team win and then they get the trophy, but they also get a trophy to the other team. It's kind of like that with women now with social media. Like before, back in the day, if you were, I'm not saying like overweight or just not doing well in life, society showed you that. You know what I'm saying? Itself to your face, but
that's where you're getting no scrubs from and all of those songs.
Yeah, right. You feel me? I don't want no scrub. Like
if you felt like damn, I'm a scrub. Like I have no chance out here. I have to elevate myself.
And it also
come out of that.
It show like in your lifestyle. Like if you, I would say quote unquote say not getting a lot of women or maybe it's the way you look at. Maybe it's you're not working hard enough with your finances. Maybe it's this or that. Right. And like now with social media, people could fake it. You feel me? Or they could just keep lying to themselves and people lie to them. That's all. Which makes them feel better about what in real life that they need to work on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, forget that. Just social people, I'm getting likes. Who cares if I ain't got no money? Right. I'm getting likes.
Social media is live lies. That's what I call it.
Live lies. I like that. Live lies. People do go live and they lie.
They're miserable behind that camera. And after that, it's like, wow.
Everybody clout chasing. Clout is the biggest drug out here. Is the most addictive drug.
It really pushes narcissism.
It does.
Yes.
I mean, pushes narcissism. Is heavy nowadays. Like just because everybody just want validation from other people they swear they don't care about. But
you know, like I said, I cut you all the way.
No.
I was speaking towards the narcissism thing. Like, you ever met somebody who has like not everybody has like hella followers on Instagram, but some of those people have a lot of followers.
Right.
They just feel entitled as fuck.
Everything
that identifies them.
Yeah, the Instagram. It's like you're a regular. Like it be some girls, bro, who work a regular job at Hooters or something, but they got 20K followers or 100K followers, and they kind of like they push it in real life. Like, oh, this means something. Like, look, I get a lot of likes because I look good on here. So in real life, I should be always treated this way or always should have it my way. And it's like, that's not how this shit works.
Ridiculous.
Right.
So when Young Thug said, man, you better get you some money because clout don't pay bills.
Clout sure don't pay bills.
Right.
It does not.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to diss nobody, but what's been going on lately.
I think the roles have reversed in some in some ways. Just like with women, like it's like you say cooperation and they think just complete submission. But when I'm saying cooperation,
they hate that word.
Yeah, they don't.
They look at it as slavery.
Yeah,
and that's
they don't understand it.
They don't. It's
they
crazy.
Don't understand it.
Because
they don't want to understand it.
It's because that's how it's. I don't know why, but that's how it's being interpreted.
They see submissive. They think submissive equals control.
Right.
It's two different things, and they always put it together on social media. Like nobody ever separates
submissive
that.
Submissive is willingly
doing
everyone has a time when they have to submit.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like the same. I feel like it's the same. If people are Christian, it's the same thing that you submitting to God. Submitting to Jesus.
They will submit to the minister, to God, everybody in the church, except for their husband.
Submit to the manager at work. Submit to the boss.
Mr. Samuel said this. It's one of my lines that I use. If you treat me like you treat your white boss, we'll have a perfect marriage.
There you go.
Oof, you're gonna have people canceling us with that one.
I believe that's true. Now, if your boss says something to you, you might not like it. You might puff and puff inside, and you say, "Okay, I'm gonna get that done, whether I like it or not." But if your husband tells you that, it's rebellious. It's like you're gonna throw this whole, "I don't have to do all of this. I'm this, and I'm equal as you." We are not equal. Men are not equal with women. And vice versa.
Right.
We cannot do the things that women do, and they cannot do the things that we do. We have to notice that, and this equal rights and this feminist situation has balanced it out, and it's not really balanced.
No, it's not balanced at all. We're way past that.
Way past.
Way past. It's like they overcompensated for the things that back in the day that some women did actually go through, that they couldn't do. Like was getting apparently beat, by husbands and shit all the time, and not being able to vote and stuff like that. Like I understand, like not like wanting to vote and stuff like that's human rights. You feel me? But like when it go past that, it's just entitlement. a feeling of entitlement, I guess.
You know, the craziest thing I've seen lately, so like what you said, like back then, women actually had the struggle, I feel like.
Yeah.
With being single mothers, like they didn't ask to be single mothers. There's women nowadays who literally want to be single mothers because other women
are
in
a baby program about that.
Yeah, like
I don't need the man. That's what they say.
It's sad though, like, and it's kind of like, I think one thing that's so crazy is like, you keep your kids away from your father. There's certain things that a woman can't teach their son, even their daughter. Mm-hmm. Your dad is going to be the person to teach the daughter how to find a good man. Because, you know what I'm saying? He's going to want somebody who's better than himself. Right.
Yep. But if he's not already, doing good too by himself.
But even, you always want to go above and beyond yourself. True. Like, I always tell myself, like, I can be a better me tomorrow or in the next 5 minutes. But, like, some females, it's like, I'm going to spite you because I'm mad at you about something. I'm going to keep you and your kid apart from you. And it's just like, it shouldn't be like that. Like, the kid don't deserve that at the end of the day. But
and it's also the gratification they get on social media for being single mothers. Oh, independent, I work hard, did this. And it's like, I get it, you work hard, you get money. But like, you don't see how that's like messing up the kid, like in a way too, especially when not being around their dad. Like, but you get gratification from it on Instagram and from your girlfriends. Like, oh, do you? Yeah, you don't need no man. Just keep working, doing you. And they don't even be liking it. They don't like it themselves. Like, most women don't want to work 60, 70 hours a week.
Independence that they ask for, they actually don't want it.
They don't.
They don't want to be independently paying for 100% of their bills. And
they just want their own money.
Chores in the house, taking care of the house. And they actually don't want it. They think they do because they don't want to have to submit to anyone. Yeah. They just want to have those control, things happen. But
because like I said, what you said, women is messing up the word submit. Yeah. Submit's willing. It's not control.
Right. Willing.
You know what I mean?
It's willing. You're not. Huh?
What you said. I wanted to piggyback on that. Like, you were just talking about they don't know how that's going to affect the kid. Yeah. But same, like, that's why I look at like OnlyFans girls. Like, how is that going to affect them later in life? Like, y'all think, oh, this is empowerment. This is getting me money. I don't care what people think about me. But what does that kid, like, he's got to live with that. Like,
Like, can you imagine?
Especially ones that's my
famous.
bad.
You're probably gonna bring up the same thing I was gonna bring. You said especially ones that are famous.
Oh no, yeah, like famous and like their kid is like in middle school or high school, like
exactly.
Like his friends could see that. Right. His friends can see that.
You know how crazy that'd be. Like you sitting there arguing with a dude, and your friend pulls up your mom's.
That's getting ready to happen with this Freaknik thing when it comes out.
I heard about that. Yeah,
on Hulu. Yeah. It's a lot of people that's gonna be nervous. There's gonna be some divorces and everything.
Yeah.
But that was a wild time. That was a very wild time.
You ever been to Freaknik?
Yes.
Oh, you went to Freaknik?
Yeah, it's a wild time. And I doubt if I'm on anything. Hopefully not. I probably won't be recognized. I had hair and,
Don't describe. We're going to see you.
It was a crazy time, man. But it's going to break up some homes, I believe.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that like with OnlyFans, that's such a. It's already been stories about that too. I know I see some already, like on Twitter or whatever about like women already being like kids messing with other kids push. Let me get my words together.
Yeah, take your time.
showing other kids, their moms and stuff when they get into arguments and stuff like that.
Kids are crazy when they get.
Yeah, no, they go right to the heart.
Yeah, they go to the heart. They have no filter.
And that really do affect the kid. It may not seem like it. You might seem like it's nothing to you, but to him, that's gonna seem like it always. Yeah. He might resent you because of that, or she might resent you.
All
because
that money you was making.
Yeah.
One thing I take and that's the problem. Like a lot of information, I feel like our generation doesn't have because we get all our facts from Google. We get all our facts from social media. So like they don't read the stuff like, your name carries a lot of weight over time. And, I feel like with men, we have to build our brand. Women, they have status when they're born. What you choose to do in your life can promote your status or it can bring your status down. A lot of the girls' statuses, bro, like it's at the floor, bro. And it's like, think about it when you hit 30.
Do you think every woman have status or just a good-looking woman?
No, I'm saying like, it's just that purity. Like when you first meet a girl, she's wholesome,
Okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the feminine.
Ethics. Yeah, but if you lose that over time and like you have like all this history about yourself, nobody's going to want a girl with all that baggage, man.
Good girl turned bad. That's what.
That's true.
Yeah, like
And
Kevin said, like a high value man, like he ain't gonna go look for no girl with 5 kids. He gonna go look for you know. And it doesn't have to be a career based woman. It just has to like when I look for a girl, like I look for somebody who's gonna have like they got to have something. They got to be doing something. Whether you be the best car washer, or,
talking about
you know
that
what I'm
shit
saying,
too.
like just do you and you love it and. Like
it has to be a level of grace when I meet a woman. She has to always be graceful, no matter what the situation is.
Right.
Meaning, you know, when she's upset, you don't see that she's loud, throwing things, tantrum throwers. Yeah. It has to be a level of grace that men look at and say, "Well, I can take her here because I know she's not going to act out if she gets upset about something." She could pull you to the side and say, "I didn't dig what you were doing there. You know, we need we need to speak about this at another time." Or whatever. But nowadays, you got women, they're going to go crazy when their emotions
want to make a scene.
Yeah, when their emotions get to that high level, it's like you gotta get a lion tamer.
Right.
So it's a tough situation, and I always say that most women that go through these traumas, it's caused by a man in some regard.
Yeah.
Either from a dad being absent, or from some type of trauma, as far as growing up, bad boyfriend, some type of molestation, things like that. And then they go through life trying to figure it out. And then when they meet a man that they like, now they say, well, I can't submit because I don't trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't trust this man. I don't know. He looks like he's going to do this to me. This happened to me before. So it's rough getting through those barriers and those red flags and red tape and things like that. So it's gonna be a long time before we figure that part out.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Even on like the aspect of like women, like the black women nowadays, like even the black men, like especially the male growing up in a not good area. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is that also helping what's going on too? You feel me? Like dudes also not wanting to take care of kids or so want to live in the street life and getting killed after they had a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like like already not thinking about the kid. Like responsibility is out the window for most young men, especially in like the hood and stuff in the ghetto areas, Charlotte or anywhere in the city. It's definitely affecting, especially in New York. Like New York is rough right now, and I know that's where you from. Like I'm from Buffalo, but you from like the actual city. And it's rough up there, boy. That New York drill right now.
It's hard.
That New York drill every day. I don't know. You follow Say Cheese, but I mean
Say Cheese. I literally see it on Twitter.
Say Cheese is like the hood. It's like the hood of it's like a hood news website.
And it's by some Indian dude, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's where I was just like, y'all just profited off of the bullshit we be doing, bro. Just straight bullshit to be on Say Cheese, bro. And what's the other joint? I see it too. When I remember it.
You talking about? I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it either. Damn, what was I saying before that?
Because I was talking about New York drill.
Yeah. Oh yeah, New York drill. I'll say on Say Cheese. They always post about how one rapper died in New York every other week about some New York drill rapper dying or going to jail for 20 years or whatever. It's happening.
It's hard constantly. Living. It's very hard living.
Yeah.
I know a friend of mine that was just locked up for 40 years, and he just came home 7 months ago.
Yeah.
And he just died 3 days ago.
Damn.
Oh, I think you told me about
40 years. 40 years of jail he survived. Came home about 7 months, died.
I think you told me that in the
that's like wild to me because if he can endure that and then he came out to society and just couldn't do it. He didn't kill himself. He just died. Yeah. And he was maybe 50, 57, 50, 58, something like that. But it blew my mind when I heard it. And I'm like, wow, man, he hasn't been home no longer than 7 months. But he just couldn't take the grind.
The grind of
the New York grind is different. Just trying to supply, survive for yourself and get a place and get a job, get a woman. The woman is like, what do you have? They want us with conditions.
Of course.
We can love them. I can go to Arby's and pick up a future wife. They're not getting a future husband from Arby's. Women don't do that. I've never heard of a woman doing that.
Yeah, that's true. And
I met him in Arby's. He used to work there. That doesn't happen.
Nah.
But we'll do it. She was a cute girl working at Arby's, and I picked her up from work. She never worked there again. We'll save their whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't happen in reverse.
No.
Never does.
But the New York grind is different. Like I don't know how it is with jobs up there, but is that rough too?
Yeah.
Trying to find a job.
Rent what $3,000 a month or like
average? Yeah.
I feel like there's too many people there for it to work out. Like how they thought it was gonna work out.
But there's a lot of exchange of currency though. You could, if you find something that you know that in demand, you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But if you don't find that niche, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a struggle.
But what area are you from again?
Harlem.
Harlem?
Yeah.
Is it rough up there still right now?
Rough in every part of Harlem. I mean, every part of New York is rough.
Oh, they ain't no gentrification happening up there?
No, everything is rough. It's just hard. You know, but we sit in it and we just get used to it. But when you come down here in the South and then you go back, you kind of like, whoa, like this. Yeah. Whoa, you got to get adjusted and readjusted again.
What you think is like biggest differences between the two, like New York and
noise for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Bunch of noise. It's just like you down here, y'all don't stand on the corner for like 7-8 hours. In New York, you'll stand on the corner and just talk to numerous people for 7 hours about different things. And then you might hear gunshots and don't move. And that's what's so wild to me as well. Gunshots and you're looking for them, like where they're shooting instead of getting out of there.
And the shooter's getting
the shooter's gonna be unless it hits someone, you don't even run. You don't even you just stay there and absorb it. And that's trauma. It all comes from trauma.
You used to it, right?
You get used to it, and then you realize, wow, I was used to people just shooting aimlessly and just standing there. That's insane.
But
it's wild.
A lot of them now they young kids, young kids out there 15, going crazy.
14.
Like that's what I noticed in New York. Like from up there to down here, the kids is way younger. I feel like in New York, it be 13, 12, like all these, especially the New York drill rappers, be super young.
Yeah, the guy just killed someone in a smoke shop just for nothing. He was 21. And he went out after he killed that guy. He left hours later and killed another guy. Then they arrested him.
Oh, he's on the spree.
He killed two people, but he was mentally off. 21 years old.
And that's a lot. I seen like in New York, like a lot of mentally people just out there on the streets in New York, just lost.
Yes.
And that's crazy to me. Like almost like L.A.
Yes.
I think that happens when you get a lot of people in like such an area. I feel like humans
just crunched.
We're naturally not supposed to be like that. Like stacked on top of each other in such a small area. Like back in the day in New York, they used to just like now to like 1800
projects here, right? Like
projects.
Like that y'all call projects.
They don't call them. No.
Tall building.
Yeah, no,
not like that. But there's like we do got projects, but not like that.
Yeah, it's like basically like Section 8, like little apartment areas.
Yeah, like apartment areas. But I'm talking about like in New York, and some projects is like 4 buildings, 30 flights, 16 apartments on each floor.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot of people with an average of 4 people per unit.
That's a lot of people. Crazy. I'm not good at math, but
I did the math once. I forgot the number that I came up with. An average of 4 people per apartment. A mother, usually a mother with 3 kids, or mother and father with 2. But that's rare where you get mother and father in a project apartment.
Yeah, because
trauma.
Every project's usually there's really no men actually around. Yeah. Not much. Not much men around at all, especially out here. Like I know, the ones out here, they're not projects. They're like these little sections,
little
like
sections,
little small little apartment buildings and stuff like that lined up.
Right. Yeah. You get on the elevators and you live on the 30th floor, and it's urine on the floor. You have blunt paper. Somebody defecated. It's crazy sometimes. They defecate in it.
I heard them hallways be crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
I remember one guy, my friend's building. Someone put a sofa on there and lit it on fire. So when it opened, it was like, oh my God, I lit it on fire. Yeah.
In the building?
In the building.
They wasn't scared of burning the whole building down.
They don't care.
That's New York for you. Yeah. New Yorkers, boy, they crazy.
And now imagine seeing that, and you're like from somewhere else. You're like, what the hell is going? This is like Iraq. This is like a war zone.
I know. I'd be like, bro, why is this shit on fire?
Why is this Suppose you open and you go on and you're hungry and.
It's crazy because like no more. I know New York excites a lot of people. Like, oh, going to New York and stuff. Like, I even though I lived there, not in New York City, in Buffalo, but even from what I've seen, I never been like, oh, I want to go to Manhattan. I don't know why.
It's beautiful to visit.
It is.
I would always say
I'm
you
trying
got
to take a trip this summer.
I always think New York is
talking
just too many
about that,
people
actually.
for me, man.
like when you're a tourist, they protect you downtown and things like that.
Yeah, I done became too country, bro. I can't do all them people. I don't think, man.
Yeah, you'll have fun. I believe you will. Young. You're young.
I got Kenny even want to take a trip up there.
Yeah.
Go to your hotel. Don't answer too many questions when you're out.
People gonna stop you all the time.
Yeah. My man, you got the time? No. You don't know how to tell time. That's just
I remember you was telling me that.
Was it like a con? That's a con artist right there.
yeah, that's to stop you to get you to conversate. Yeah. Yeah. Next thing you know, he asking you for you got $10, and next thing you know you're walking with him, and next thing you know you're in the hospital. Something
shit.
done happened. It's that crazy. Yeah, if you're naive, you'll get caught up with it.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta watch people, boy.
You gotta
They
keep
scheming.
They have the minor people, the minor con artists. I'm gonna say that at in Concord Mills now. You know the 3 ball, well the ball.
Yeah, I heard they was on. I lost my money when I was young at that.
So yeah,
They got that in Concord Mills.
Yeah, someone told me that, and I didn't believe it.
They're by the college too.
The-
I seen them by the college one day. Yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah, because they tried to get me. I was like, bro, I'm cool. And they was like, nah, bro, we didn't put 100 down for you. I said, bro, I know how this works. I'm cool, bro. Take it easy.
Bro, Concord Mills crazy, boy.
Like,
Yeah, that's a wild move.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the one on Twitter. There was a girl she put up. There was in Miami. She put up like $5,000 or $10,000 and lost.
They got her.
Crazy.
Got her ass, and I was just like, bro.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is they let you win, and it's another guy winning in front of you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
And
I'm
he's
just like,
watching. You're watching the same thing he is watching, and you're like, "Wow, that's easy." And then the next thing you know, they tuck the ball, and that's it.
yeah.
And you lost $5,000.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Like,
You
what
go-
do you-
Crazy.
Now, if you got a weapon here, like this is a weapon state. New York is a fighting state. I always say this is a weapon state.
Oh yeah.
So weapons, women here have weapons.
Yeah, my sister got one.
Little
Everybody got a
kids got
gun.
weapons. Everybody, they just
10-18, go get you a gun.
yeah. When
I
I
think
got
it's 21 now, though.
here, when I got here, I was thrown off by that because when I was in Walmart, I never knew you could walk around like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in there like 1 a.m. at the 24 hour, and the guy has it on muffins. He has a Glock sitting on muffins, and I'm like, whoa! I left. I'm not getting this stuff. I can get this tomorrow.
Yeah.
This guy's about to-
No, he's a little off, though. Why is he walking
swear to God, he was with 2 girls, and I seen him later on, like 2 years later. Same guy in y'all got a place called Chicken King here.
Yeah, Chicken
Been there?
King.
So I was told it was good. So I
That's
went
in
to,
Charlotte. That's the little...
It's like 2 of them
Yeah.
that I went to, and I went in there one day, and the same guys in there with the basketball shorts with the gun hanging out. I'm like, whoa.
Everybody got a gun.
Yeah.
Everybody got a gun.
Literally.
Do you think that? Do you see the change? Like, do you feel like it's more violence down here with guns, or it's more violence in New York where you can't have guns?
It's more violence where it's not accepted. Here it's a little more free as far as someone has a gun. There is like when you see the gun, the crime is happening. It's going to happen. Here it's just the rights, your rights.
You hear about the new law? Well, they're trying to pass. They passed it in Florida. They're basically taking the. You don't have to go through a concealed class no more.
Yep, just go right up there
No
and
way.
get your gun.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And no
In
more
Florida?
Like, no,
No, here.
they already got it in Florida.
They're trying to do it here. I just bought the class. I just bought my concealed.
Yeah,
carry.
Yeah, you ain't about to need it in a couple of months. You ain't gonna need that.
Yeah.
Because now you don't even have to have the permit either.
Yeah, I just bought the 2 permits.
It's crazy.
And
Yeah,
now
they
you
getting
don't have
everybody
a-
right
You
now.
don't have a North Carolina permit.
Yeah. So now you really.
I feel like 'cause everybody have guns out here. Everybody's already just automatically nicer because it's like you don't know if he got a gun or not.
Right,
Like why
right.
even
Yeah, don't
go
play
that
with
way?
him. Don't play with him.
Like you don't know what he got. Like and,
I'm
and
not
everybody
faking.
got a gun out here.
I don't look. Somebody get a little too angry. You got it, bro. I'm
Yes,
gone.
I'm gone.
I'm not.
Where you going? You making a left? I'm gonna make a right. That's how I do it.
Yeah, that is different.
I remember I was working at Concord Mills that one day it got shot. I was like, bruh, I didn't know what was going on, so I just see people running. I'm standing there. I'm like, shit, I don't know. Like, I can't just run. Like, where am I supposed to run to? I don't know what's happening. And so, yeah, I just seen people running. And, but it was crazy though. Like, it was, apparently somebody had shot outside the mall and then ran into the mall.
Oh, really?
And they was trying to get away from the cops, and then they shot at the cops while they was running in the mall.
Oh, that just happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, you were
like-
working there?
Yeah, I was at work. I was working at Dave & Buster's at the time. Yeah,
Wow.
I seen people running.
I was
yeah.
there. I was working. I was at the shop there.
Oh, yeah.
It happened on a Wednesday.
Yep.
I was off that day.
I don't remember hearing.
They wouldn't even allow us to leave. Like if you was
credit
working.
card, it was some credit card situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They approached the gentleman and they was trying to get away, and then the cop was like trying to get him to stop, and he fired at the cop. They said then he ran out, then he ran back in, and they shot him.
Yeah, and then they like
It sounded a little off that story, but
they killed. They killed him.
yeah, it was 3 of them, and I think they killed one young man.
because I think they tried to fly him off emergency, and I think he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they ain't in a rush once that happens.
Oh yeah, no, they're not in a rush. You see after the video, they shoot somebody, they just be chilling, put the guns up, and just wait till the ambulance come. They don't really care.
There's no rush.
It's funny how much police presence is now in like Concord Mills and
I'm glad to see it.
It's about to get crazier though that they shut down Northlake.
Look,
Yeah.
they took the Apple
They
Store
got
out
ready
of
to
there.
shut down.
Northlake? No, I don't think so.
They
But
took the Apple Store out of there.
Yeah,
I
took
heard
Apple
they was
Store.
We're not doing that shit.
grabs. They was getting
Phone snatched.
Phones. I mean, that mall would get
That mall really wild.
the mall. That was the mall known for getting shot up.
It
When I
was.
was a kid. Known for bullshit that happened.
Really Eastland Mall. It was this mall called.
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Eastland was wild,
Yeah, that's
dog.
what they told
Every
me.
weekend, it's a shooting up there
Yeah,
at
that's what
Eastland
they told
Mall.
me, yeah.
Every weekend, they had the last straw when them Concords came out.
Yep.
And the dude died over the Concords. They shut this place down. And it was one of the biggest malls. Had an ice skating ring in the middle. Had like 2 stories. It was a nice mall, like 2-3
I didn't
stories.
know they had ice skating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
the
was
ice
nice.
skating ring. It was a nice mall. That's why I was like, damn, I'm mad they was up there tripping every weekend.
One thing I don't like about Concord Mills though, like they don't allow people to have their guns in there,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's too public for me. Like I really don't like going to the malls just because it's too public of a
Yes.
place. I don't trust people. I don't like to be in crowded places where I know I can't
Right.
see my surroundings and stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why I'm good. Like I try to stay out of those like big scenes. Like occasionally I'll go, but
I go for 2 reasons.
yeah.
Pull up on you, get a cut.
That's the
or I'm
only
going
time
to
I'm
J.
at the
Crew.
mall, bro. Only at the mall to get a haircut.
It's
I don't
about you
really
got to have a
remember.
plan every day when I go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, if this happens, I'm going out of here. I'm going out of there. If it's coming from this way, I'm going this way. I do that every day.
Is that something you think like just happened now from like recently people just going to places shooting, or have you always
Yes.
been like looking like
Yeah,
that?
well, my guards went down a little when I got here because, you know, in New Yorker, you have to have it all the way up.
Yeah.
Came down, it lightened up, but then when these things were happening, it heightened it back up, you know. So, you know, when I see noises, someone can drop something, I stop.
Yeah. Look at what's
Going
going
on out
on?
here. Because we're in that little box, but it's, you know.
Yeah, that little area, bro.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
little trap
it's
spot.
only one way out. So when you go out that way, you can go 3 different ways, but you have to get to that. Imagine 7, 8 people running in that section. So you have to just think just in case something happens.
No, you always got to. That's how my dad always told me.
That's
like,
literally
Yes.
why. He always, make
when we
sure
go to
you're aware.
restaurants, he always sit like where he could see the door.
I don't
That's
sit-
like, bro.
That's a
Wow.
man. Yeah, you got
Yeah.
to do that as a, you know, you never
Always
know.
do.
You never know.
Shoot, even when we was out last night, I
Yeah.
sat in the back because I was like, I can see how we can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I'm
I
out,
like sit my back towards the door, like where you know I feel like, or a window. Like I don't put my back towards no windows, no nothing like that.
bro.
Hell, I'll be in the back, but I just don't do the windows or anything. You never know.
Like every time we go out to the little clubs and stuff on the south end, bro, I'll always be looking around in them rooms. I don't.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in there like I don't know what's going on.
Always
Especially
reading
if we go to a spot where I see a little bit too much, hoodlums.
Yeah.
A little too. I'm like, when we went to what
Start
was it?
stereotyping. Right?
Oh yeah.
Everybody does it.
I hate to say it, bro. We don't know
You
that.
judge. Everybody
Well,
does it.
we went to tattoos and booze that time. I thought it was gonna be a chill little spot. Walked in, I said, man, I get to looking around. I said, it's too many niggas here, man.
I told you the difference. It's niggas and black people. It's a difference.
Like it's too many niggas in
You
here.
know what
boy.
this nigga. We try to act like it. We like, wow. You know,
these
some
are some
niggas
niggas.
are here tonight.
And then Eric's ass, bro. That nigga almost got us.
Got us whooped on.
Yeah.
Bro, this nigga Eric, bro. These niggas did look goofy, but I'm not gonna tell them that.
Right.
I'm not gonna make a scene about it. You know, both of them had to be at least over 6'6". Both of them.
Yo, some big niggas.
It was big, and
There was some big niggas,
Eric was
dog.
sitting there, just laughing. I'm like, yo,
He was drunk?
no. I'm like, bro, the fuck.
Fuck up, nigga. Like these niggas both like 6'5". I'm not trying to fight these
No.
niggas.
No,
Cause I'm telling you, boy, somebody get stabbed or something. Them dudes was big.
They
like
were
they
big.
had to play like football or something, boy. I was like, yeah, no, not tonight, Eric. I'm not fighting them niggas. I couldn't do it, but yeah.
What was
never
his
again.
angle? Why was he?
they was dressed
Right.
mad goofy.
Yeah.
But
That's better for him. Better for you guys. If they dress goofy, you know.
That's a,
But then y'all get the better.
I'm gonna win.
But that was funny.
I'm gonna win regardless.
Eric looked back at him. He looked back. He was like, I was like, yo, Eric.
And he's animated?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
He went like this and looked at us and smiled. I'm like, nigga, they right there about to look at you. If they say something now, they want to fight. I don't know what's going to happen. You feel me? And we ain't had Ty with us. I don't know what was going to happen.
You had some fireman with you. That's what I always say. Hang out with people that don't start fires. Hang out with people that can, a fireman that can put out a fire.
That's usually me.
Yeah, you have to have those people in your circle.
That's what I look for. I think one thing I learned over time, just like learning like boxing, martial arts, and stuff like that, you learn how to de-escalate situations versus actually trying to fight. Like one thing I tried to grow out, you try to grow out of always looking to be the toughest in the room, but more so confrontational. Like no, like you know how many fights I've avoided just by just de-escalating, talking about shit. But like even then, it's like I try to stay away from. I feel like most of the fights that have started around people be with women.
Women can initiate a lot of
That's what I said, like, in the hood, too. Like, a lot of dudes be killing each other over. I promise you, like, a lot of it is about women, too. I know some of it be about money or drugs or just straight shit talking on the internet.
Most of it be women.
But mostly women in the back. See, dude have envy a whole guy. You'll never know why he don't like him. But in the back, he really was hitting his baby mama. That's why he don't like dude. Because he found out he was hitting his baby mama, like, 2 years ago. He heard about it now. You feel me?
All she has to do is compliment you to someone.
Yeah.
And it can cause
drama,
type of envy, and
it's never like spoken up or said about, but it's there. And then when it just you all of a sudden they start a situation, and it's you wonder what is over. Like, is it really just over shit talking? It's like no, that's not what it's over. But that's what he's making it seem like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He making it seem like because I heard he was talking shit, or it's something else. Like he like I don't know. It's just crazy.
You can't explain why you have a problem with a person. The problem is within you.
Yeah.
It's facts.
That's what it is.
My problem is like when like their girlfriend is like unfaithful and stuff. Why do they get mad at the dude?
Yeah,
like
because the relationship is based on companionship. As far as they might love this person, they don't want to believe that this person has interest in another person.
Yeah,
so they want that person eliminated. I want him out. I don't want him to be a part or in her sight.
But don't you eliminate yourself out of the equation? Like,
yes.
That's how I feel. You know, I'm like,
yes,
I'm getting rid of you. Cool.
But I'm going to go, and then she going to just go with somebody else while I'm in jail or dead.
When that time comes, that's what that's how they think.
I can't do that. I ain't fighting over no. I told this one female asked me one time. She was like, "Would you fight over me?" I was like, "Hell no."
They love it.
I think that's why she stopped talking.
And I was thinking about this other day. I was like, "When's the right time that you'll fight for a girl?" Like
when she has your last name. That's
okay, because I wanted to say like if we just started dating and it's been like 6 months, should I really go fight this nigga over her? Like
it's got to make sense though. It's got to make sense.
Have to make sense
because it's like okay, what are we fighting for? Because my thing is most of the times when a girl needs you to fight for. She mad at that dude. Why you mad at that dude? Because you was trying to mess with him. Like, or you have been messing with him. He ain't done something you like. Now you want to make up a story, and then it just causes more drama. So you thinking that he's probably disrespected her when they probably just been fucking.
Right.
That could be.
And now he mad, or she's mad about the whole situation. Because women really, like, as long as, far back in history, I mean, you see empires fall because of women.
You think so? Power. I forgot who said this, but it's like if you ever want to look at the state of society, look at the woman, and you'll see because low key women always say, "Oh, men control the world. Every man doing everything," but like it's like a baseline underneath that nobody talk about. That a lot of stuff guys do is for women, based off women.
Everything.
I tell you all the time. When you go out? What do you get dressed up nice for? I mean, I'm kicking with the homies. Okay, I like this, but. I'm trying to see what's up.
What if a chicken come out? Hey,
you smell nice. Boom.
Right, that's for the woman, not for the boy to go, you smell good, man.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear that compliment from his friend.
No, bro.
Yeah, you smell good, man. You always smell good.
Nah, usually when they do like is like, oh, what's your cologne? They ain't gonna act.
They might say, what is it you got on, Kay? Yeah, it smell good. But if it go any further than that, then it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
No, fact.
I told you the name of it. Go get it.
Go get it. If you like it, go get it. If not,
facts.
That's it.
That's just funny as hell. But yeah, everything that like guys do, from like kings, empires, everything, has always been based off women. Like even like, yeah, they had other goals, like, to get to that point, maybe for family reasons or anything else, you know what I'm saying? But they know it's going to bring a lot of women. A lot of guys know that, like, that the end is going to bring a lot of women.
Niggas be wilding and getting sections.
Yeah.
That's all it's about.
And sometimes I don't even know, like, some men know that they doing it.
I don't know how y'all do it.
Look.
With the whole sparkles and they doing that in the club and I
don't do all that.
I can't do all that.
I don't be
standing on the furniture.
Yeah, I don't be on that.
Yeah. What is it? My boy Danny Brown, he said it just like this. I love this quote by him. I tell everybody this shit. He was like, I can't do it because to me that's pump faking. A lot of people do that shit. They really broke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It looks good though.
Then I'm not mad at the woman when you go to the club and spend $20,000, she asks you $10,000 2 days later.
Yeah, I'm not.
If you promote that type of
exactly,
lifestyle, how are you mad at the person that's asking? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I don't go out at all. I really don't. Y'all stand on furniture and y'all do they pour the drinks on the floor.
And what they do that for?
I don't know.
Women.
The women. It's good for the women. Everything is for the at the end.
Car, your haircut, your clothes, woman.
Everything for the women. It's crazy though, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
we'd be cavemen again if it wasn't women. Be a caveman.
Yeah.
We'd be back.
do you think like most guys drive is for a woman or is like it? I don't know how to say it because it's like some guys just don't want to do nothing. Like at least nowadays in society it seems like that a lot of men are getting more lazier with social media. I feel like
it's like
there's no drive no more.
It's basically to oppress women.
Yeah,
that's what your drive is for. Your job, the job you want, the suit you wear. You want to say the women want to say, "Oh, you look nice today." That's what it's based on. You want your hair, your haircut look nice today. It's women based.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And everything they do is men based.
Yeah,
and people like drive too because you can get anything you want nowadays with the click of a button. Like you go online,
that's true.
You want to see girls, you go Instagram.
They right there.
You won't try to make fast money. Yes. You go and see what It's just like everything you can do at a click of a button. Everybody really just they can't think for themselves and they ain't got no work ethic. How can you have a work ethic when you've never seen it? You know what I'm saying? Right. And same like what you were talking about earlier with like masculinity, like masculine women, like they want a man who's going to submit. But what they don't understand is if they cooperate with a man will submit. He'll do anything.
He'll do anything you want.
That's true.
Like
if
I said,
you give him the piece that he needs, he will do anything you want. He'll paint the top of the roof.
But yeah, I mean,
that's true.
If you know he's going to act right, food, sex, act right, he'll do anything.
I give you the moon.
Yeah, that's crazy because I remember seeing some interview with some old lady saying that she was like the most power every woman can have is just being a woman always. I was like that makes a lot of sense. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like just always being your feminine, like just being a woman.
Your feminine.
Yeah. Like just being a woman, like and that's your biggest power because a guy would do anything for a woman that's going to just chill and bring him peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's really I feel like that's true at least in my opinion.
Absolutely. Nobody wants a woman that's not going to bring you peace. Nobody wants a woman to give you hell. That's the worst.
If you don't that again, you can't, like if you come home from work and you had a rough day and you don't have a peace of mind, they're there to give you a peace of mind. But if you have somebody arguing with you and we always got to have this conversation. We always got to argue about the same shit that we already talked about. Yes. Why it is. So yeah, like it really just be a waste of time. So it's like, why would I do that? I can have a peace of mind by myself at this point.
Right.
It's like a lot of the masculine, like a lot of the girls, just like you said, black women. Like I love black women, but
I love them with all my heart. But they're hard to deal with.
I ain't never dated a white woman in my life, but
they have trauma from us.
Yeah.
Fathers, starting with the fathers, and then those other relationships that's failing with them. It comes from us.
Tupac predicted all of this.
Do you think like
imagine Tupac in social media? Imagine that. That'd be heavy.
He'd probably be crazy too.
That'd be heavy. That'd be heavy.
Martin Luther King would have rolled over in his grave. With
the black man being like gone in the household, like when that started, do you think it was because of black people ourselves or because of like the system, like the government systems and stuff like that?
Yeah,
because I've always had that argument, but I don't know which one is it fully. At least, what do you think?
I think back. I believe in segregation. Actually, I think we should be segregated.
I know a lot of people say that.
We were better when we were segregated.
Most countries are.
I think we should have our own banks and our own schools and things, our own hospitals, and we should have barter system. Like if I know you build houses and I know I can get cement, we should have that relationship.
Yeah.
Instead of going to outside of our race. We should redline our places where we live, and we shouldn't want other people to come in that. We should just work on ourselves and build ourselves back up to where we were. We were at that point. We had Black Wall Street and things of that nature. Yeah, we had those things.
Do you remember that video I sent you, Kenny, about how they get the black cell? Because it was his old video in the 60s. They was using the word Negro in the video. Like, it was old video.
Yeah, when they say Negro.
Yeah, he was saying Negro. You seen the video I'm talking about? I know. I got
it to me.
I got to send it to you. Actually, I might play it real quick if I could.
Yeah, if you find it. Yeah.
But it was a video. And he was talking about how, like, the black family is the most financial, like, stable people in the community at the time. It was like in the 60s or 50s. The video was. Right. He was saying how, like, those people you should actually be trying to sell to and get your sell from, because those are the ones who's actually at the top. Now they want to buy more expensive things. They'll dabble more in what is the word for it? I guess like bougie things, not luxury. Bougie things, but luxury things, exactly. Right. And he was just talking about how to get that sale, and instead of going to the white people, get them more into mixing business. That's what we're trying to do. At least in that video, that's what it seemed like. Right. I'm gonna see if I can find that real quick, because I sent it to you on your phone, so I might have it and could play that real quick.
Like, we don't even know 2 black banks that's operating. We should. We should go to them and get our money for our homes and businesses, but we don't. We go outside our race.
I feel like the problem with the U.S. too is just way too many blended cultures. Like I'm not saying we shouldn't accept so many different cultures, but it's like we take those cultures, Americanize them, and then like I just feel like I do feel like just like Hispanic people are the new blacks now. Like just some of the stuff that I hear, I understand they won't like. It's just crazy how like things work. Jewish people, black people,
yes,
and the only way we get our respect is after you get, you
have to do 4 times the amount of things to get your respect. Chris Rock spoke about that, and then one of the stand-ups, he said he lives where I think Mary J. Blige lives, and someone else he spoke of. I think Eddie Murphy. I think he lives close. He said, but I have a neighbor that's a dentist. So you see what I'm saying?
Oh, yep. I remember.
He was like arguably the best singer of all time, arguably the best comedian of all time. He just has to be a dentist to live amongst them.
Wow.
And he was saying, like, if it was me, I would have had to invent teeth in order to be
there. Yeah.
There. So that's not us, actually. That's just the agenda. We have to do 4 times the amount.
Yeah.
But if we did it with each other, it wouldn't be that much. We wouldn't have to do 4 times the amount. We wouldn't if it was just us. Yeah.
It's got that Vinland Saga.
You got Vinland Saga in the background.
What is that?
Oh, anime. The video in the Vinland Saga.
Oh, okay.
I found the video.
I just saw him laughing. I was like, what happened?
I
thought I said something crazy or something.
I just found the video. It's called How to Sell to a Negro.
Wow. I just watched a documentary the day before yesterday.
Hey, can you turn the volume up on the TV?
Where's the remote? It's all the way over there.
Man, this is the video I was talking about. That remote,
if you don't mind.
Oh, I saw a little bit of this. Yes.
A little bit of this?
Yes.
Yeah,
interesting.
I was like so like surprised by this video. I was blown away.
Blown away, right?
I was like, this is crazy.
It works too. Never mind. Say less.
Yeah, they had a black man that had like over 160 acres of land. They burnt him out, so he wouldn't even survive, and kicked him out, stole his land. And they told you what's there at this point. This is podcasting back in the day. Pretty much. Look, they're doing everything that we're doing.
Yeah, it's true.
Dude, that's him. Look at this. This was before his time.
This is crazy.
Robert Trout.
Now this gotta be like the 50s.
The secret of selling the Negro. Jesus.
Crazy, right?
The nerve.
Right. Yeah. I was so surprised how they just used the word Negro.
Ebony, Tan, Jet, and Hugh.
Okay.
I wonder if this is Johnson's & Johnson. It's interesting. I saw the beginning. I never saw all of this.
Reminds me of old Looney Tunes.
This gotta be like late 50s.
How it's shaking, right?
That's what it is.
Do you think it's like the 50s or something, or 60s?
Yeah, this has to be close to the, it don't even look 70s. It looks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at this dude.
I didn't see you there.
Right, that's how they started it up.
I'm talking about a new market, a big new market. Millions upon millions of new prospects with $15 billion to spend. That's right, I said $15 billion.
Talking about the black community.
Strong but weak.
Market, still full of opportunities. It grew up so fast, got so big in a hurry, that few of us realize its scope. Now these days, nobody's likely to pass up chances to sell. And yet right here in our own front yard,
Man looks drunk.
there's money waiting to be spent.
But it's crazy.
He probably the Quaaludes. I know they was
he
popping
looks
back in
drunk.
the day.
Yeah, he do look he off something.
It's them ludes, man.
We talked to leading businessmen, the customers, and the salesmen. We went to Washington, D.C. We set up cameras and other key points around the nation. And out of this all, there emerged
The fact that they wore suits so much back then is crazy to me. I know they was hot, you know.
Yeah, just to go to the store, they had suits.
In the South, they was wearing suits all day.
Yeah, also all day.
Yeah.
It's interesting how style changed.
Look at that. This is what I tell people about like culture.
It's a beautiful lady, man. This is it. This is the dream.
in Detroit, St. Louis, Los Angeles, any one of 1,000 cities and towns. All over the country, families such as this are enjoying new prosperity. They have new interests, new standards of living, a buying power they've never enjoyed before.
You're not going to hear a woman talking about their boss woman on this.
Oh no.
You're not going to hear that type of energy.
They are overlooked prospects. Why? Because of some good, valid reason? No. They're overlooked because of mistaken ideas. Because of out-of-date ideas about how the Negro lives and how he buys. The truth of the matter is, the Negro lives pretty much
This is funny. Because it's like,
buys pretty much the same way too. But just the same, a lot of old doubts and opinions keep cropping up over and over again.
I don't like to do business with Negroes. Drifters. You can't keep track of them.
Yes, although a lot of people think that way, the truth is that 1 out of every 3 Negro families living in cities today owns its own home. That figure comes directly from the United States.
See, like, this is what I was talking about. What I told people now, like, the culture that people think is the culture, like, oh, this the culture, oh, get money, oh, selling, oh, flashing your money, this the culture. I was like, that was never the culture. It became that. But black people was never that way. Like, it was this first before it became that. And people don't realize that, and they accept what they think is culture now. But I always say, like, the culture that you think is culture is just poverty culture. Like,
it is poverty
anywhere, no matter what country you poor, if you're that poor or struggling for money, you act that certain way. And this is like proven thing. Like in in Mexico and like Tijuana, places where people don't have a lot of money. Who running it? The gangs. Yeah. It's not just a black thing. It's a poverty thing. It's not. So don't accept it as, oh, this is the culture. And
it's still like a case system in a way.
Huh?
Like, you know how like certain cultures have like the caste system. You had like
the caste system. Okay,
yeah. You had like the indentured servants and the slaves at the bottom, and merchants and stuff. The hierarchy and different things. But like, you know, you're gonna like, it's always gonna be a system because regardless,
I mean, you kind of in a way operate on something similar to that.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, we still do.
So if it's like that, who do you think back then was at that like that low level like that?
At this time?
Yeah, at that time. If it wasn't just always black people, you know, at least now.
In the United States, it's always been black.
Yeah, I feel like it's always been black people in the United States.
In the United States, for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, even in the 60s, like back then in these times, was it black neighborhoods like that? Or was it mostly black neighborhoods who in poverty or like?
Well, I was born in '69, so I was at the end of that. But
yeah,
I came up. I
wouldn't say you that old.
I walked that dog. That's like I used to walk this dog. I
just know you probably know stories from other people that older than you.
You don't have those stories. Okay. You have those stories and stuff like that. But I was camouflaged. I didn't know I was poor. I lived in a poor neighborhood, But my family did, pretty well as far as my father went to work. My mom was the homebody. Mm-hmm. So I didn't feel the impact of the poor neighborhood. I never had to go knock on the door for extra food, or I never had to ask for clothes because I didn't have. So it's some people that made it work, but we were amongst each other as poor people. But we helped each other a little more.
Saying it wasn't like the violence and the stabbing
in the back, but it was a little more. It was a little more. I don't know what you call it. I guess what y'all call organized crime. Because I remember having gangsters tell us, "Time to go upstairs because we're gonna kill people." I remember that. Like, playing is over. Like, we're about to shoot. Like, now they're just shooting.
Yeah.
And they kill whoever's outside. Your mother, your grandmother. It doesn't matter. If they see you, it's on sight. But I seen a little things like that when I was growing up. It wasn't too many senseless deaths. It usually happened because of money, drugs in that manner, or disrespect, or something like that. So, these times were different.
It was more organized crime back then. People had more mobs and stuff.
Yeah, it was more blocks against blocks in New York City. This block, don't mess with that block. But they won't do nothing if your mom is walking by, or they wouldn't even sell drugs if your mom's walking by. They'll make the person wait until your mother goes by. That's not here anymore. That's called culture too. That's considered culture as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember my pops telling me about the mob in Cleveland.
Right.
The mafia in Cleveland.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Is it a mafia everywhere?
Yeah,
mafia
a group of people that do crime is like a mafia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's considered a group. If you do it organized, that means you do it under the radar of the cops, and usually you have to pay the cops in order to stay underneath that radar. That's called organized crime.
Yeah. There was I don't know what the actual family is. We got an Italian mafia out there, and like my pops, like, and because of the neighborhood he lived in, he knew people who was associated and whatnot. And then now, I mean, they're still there, but they got. I know the neighborhood my grandma lives in. It's run by Bloods. 100%. Run by Bloods, and you go across the city on to the east side. I don't know what they are, but just know we can't go over there. It's poor. We don't go over there.
Yeah.
You know,
that's crazy. It definitely became more senseless and less respectful to other people who's not in that lifestyle that you're living in.
Yeah,
it's like now they put everybody into it. You know, like you said, they told y'all to go upstairs and stuff like.
Yeah, they used to tell us.
They didn't put everybody, like you say. Now they just run up and shoot.
It's over.
It's over with. Yeah, on site, don't care about nobody else. What they got going on, senseless. Yeah. What's the time we got over there, man?
1:07.
1:07. How much? You ready to wrap it up, or y'all want?
I'm chilling, man.
You chilling?
It went by faster than I thought.
You want to finish watching a little bit of this video?
Yeah, this is interesting. How long is it though? I gotta watch that when I get in.
21 minutes. You already watched 4 minutes. 21 minutes. You can watch a little bit more because it was interesting.
They got it down to a science, and it's really that's what it's interesting to me.
Not more of a credit risk than any other group. Actually, the Negro home buyer meets
The Negro home buyer.
often more faithfully than other
You see what she's doing? Not to put a stereotype on it, but she's there assisting her husband.
Yeah.
And she has no problem with it.
That's true.
Right. She don't look like she has a problem with it.
Shoddy, poor quality merchandise.
All they doing is smiling on this.
Just the other way around. According to leading researchers, in proportion to population and income, Negroes buy more quality products than any other comparable United States group.
Wow.
No, that is true.
Yep, we still do it.
Yeah.
The Negro customer. But when
No, I'm just laughing when I think about that. I think of coming into the mall, always walking by that damn jeweler, and then he's stopping niggas, man.
They always trying to get us. The one at the end, they always get the little fine looking girl. They bring her out there all the time, and she out there just trying to grab anybody.
I told you one time I was like, "Ooh, she got him. She got 2 dudes."
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn." Yeah.
Talented. They're very talented.
Yeah, they be good, man. We do spend a lot more than what we should.
I told her, Charles, I respect your hustle. I do. I really respect your grind, but I will not be buying it. I can't. I was like, bro, you picked up a piece that's $4,000.
Right.
I was like, what do I need that for? I mean, look, when you go out, it looks good. I said, bro, this is nice.
Yeah.
like
it doesn't
this.
define you. If it doesn't define you, then it won't matter to you like that.
And I was like, bro, it's a stupid financial decision, bro. Like, if I say I want to buy a house, I want to do all this other stuff, and I'm at home, what am I spending $4,000 on a chain and a pendant? I'm gonna beat my ass.
It's for the rig. You gotta get the sauce with the chains, they say.
Right.
Negroes own homes. They meet payments faithfully.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he just bought that. He found himself.
And he's sharp.
Like Anthony Mack.
Like
And he,
that
has,
shirt
and he
in
has a fine woman with the mole. That's what it's about.
The nation's capital, some amazing facts and figures about this new market have been uncovered. For a first-hand report, we would like to take you directly to the United States Department of Commerce to hear this story from the Secretary of Commerce himself. Here is the Honorable
Oh, this the guy that break it down right here.
Secretary
Look,
of Commerce of the United States.
look, he took his glasses off.
In the Department of Commerce, we are constantly alert to trends that mean a healthier national economy, better business for the nation as a whole. Recently, we have been interested in a rising young market, one that represents a huge potential for goods and services. I'm referring to the new Negro market.
They just threw that word out there like it was nothing.
This is so funny.
Right.
The average Negro family's income is at a record high. In fact, since 1939, it has increased
30. Nah.
Who did they make this video for? Like,
income of all
who did they send this to?
This is warning. Niggas is getting too much.
Yeah.
This
How
is
are
a
we gonna
warning.
nerf him? You know you like
Look how they
nice
got.
things.
Look how they got. You don't even have a face. To look like.
in cities earn from $2,000 to $5,000 a year. Today, the average Negro wage earner brings home a paycheck 4 times larger than the one he collected in 1939. As a whole, the Negro market has a total income of about $15 billion every year. And after taxes, Negro families still have many billions of dollars to spend. Here is a buying power that cannot help but have a tremendous effect on our national economy.
Like, I wonder if they just showed this to just like white families or
think-
something.
I think it was more like business-minded business people.
Then they like send it out to business companies and stuff like that.
How are you gonna?
How are you gonna get the black dollar and not be circulated back into the black neighborhood?
Yep.
Resulted in a class Negro market, a profitable, above-average income group of consumers. For example, the nation's largest newspaper and magazine research organization, Daniel Starch and Staff, reports these significant figures. More than 51% of the readers of Ebony magazine have a record player in their homes.
You hear that?
Almost 64%
How stereotypical that is right there.
and almost 78% enjoy the convenience of an electric refrigerator.
Who doesn't?
It is also a fact, and this is from the magazine The Food
I guess the fridge was a big thing back then.
$3 billion a year for food alone. Per capita, they buy more
She don't have. Okay.
cosmetics and toiletries than anyone else
That's
in the
shocking.
country.
Yeah. That's
And their children are better educated too. Because since 1930, enrollment in Negro colleges is up 2,500%. But really, to recognize the importance of
I don't know what that is like now with the HBCUs.
HBCUs, a lot of them losing funding.
Oh, what you got?
HBC.
people are on the move.
If I go to my master's, I'm going to an HBCU.
Makeup of metropolitan
Yeah.
today
You was gonna go to A&T, right?
was just a few short years.
I didn't want to go to NT.
Yeah.
To give you a better idea of what
Niggas.
we mean,
I went to
Not black
HBCU,
people.
It wasn't
Yeah, I used to
fun.
come visit there a lot before.
take a look at these shoppers.
NT and schools
I don't
like
see
that.
a lot of. No disrespect, but I don't see a lot of big women.
That's true.
It wasn't acceptable at all back then.
Right.
Like now, it's like
That might be the biggest hurt. Yeah. But usually they stayed in pretty good shape.
That is crazy. I don't see one fat person out
The
there.
food was different. It wasn't too
Or
much
always she was.
GMO. Yeah, she's probably she looked Polish or something like that.
Yeah.
Consumer prospects.
It was a certain grace that our women had
Yeah.
and still have, but it's the social media. And
social media saying, "Nah, don't do that."
right, don't do
You
that.
know,
B, what's her name with the teeth?
Bluetooth.
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Christina Rock.
Do her.
Oh,
I call her Bluetooth.
And she was a track star, right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
she was a track star. She was a track star back in college, I think, or something like
And
that.
she messed with dude, and dude got her going.
Yeah, got her going wild.
Emotions is out of whack, and then she just lost.
She got crazier like as the years went on social media.
When did she lose her teeth? How did she lose her teeth?
Oh, she pulled it out. I remember seeing that.
She pulled it out.
A trademark now for her.
Yeah, she pulled it out because he had Blueface had a show where he basically had a whole bunch of girls. That he was just like,
oh yeah, those all was fighting and shit over him and shit.
She
Like
was
that.
like, I'm gonna pledge my loyalty, and she boom pulled out her tooth.
Oh hell no!
Crazy.
Her loyalty is her insanity at the same time.
Yeah, she beating him up too. I was like, yo,
It's crazy.
That's about self love though. So that doesn't show self love if you taking your tooth out with a plier.
bro,
That's called craziness.
Yeah,
Total 25%.
we were sharp, man. We were some sharp people.
Yeah.
Negro families today are moving into more populated areas, to the cities, where there are more stores.
You think we should have stayed where we was at, more segregated?
Segregated, yeah.
look, segregation wasn't. It was not bad like that because it allowed everybody to get together and okay, now we're gonna make a plan to build up. So that's where it wasn't bad. The racism and stuff that came with it, of course.
But I think he was right about this video. I think they pushed this out here to people to like, don't let them get the financial power.
Right.
And I always tell people that now, like, we're always talking about how we're going to change the community and stuff. I'm like, first, people have to get financial power first, I feel like, before you can make any type of change.
That's the only way to make a change.
Yeah, it really is. You're right. It's the only way is with finances.
You need your banks. We need our own banks. We already know when we go in banks, you're going to probably most likely get denied.
Yeah.
If you're asking for $1 million.
Yeah.
And underappraised.
You're going to get denied if you go to Bank of America or Wells Fargo. But if you're in your own segregated bank, you know, and they know that money is going to circulate throughout that community, they say, damn, we in a community that can generate that same money that we lend out. They will give you the loan.
Jay-Z say, take your drug money and buy the neighborhood.
By the neighborhood.
That's how you rinse it.
Isn't like countries out of the U.S. like they're doing that now and they're starting to generate money just in their own country? Like doesn't I don't know too much on the topic, but I heard something about BRIC and like
Brick?
yeah,
It's like, it's an acronym for something, isn't it?
yeah. But I heard I don't know too much on it. Might need to do my research, but I think they're going to try to like generate in between those like their own country.
Yeah, their own country. It's been a thing that's been around. I remember you talking about, I looked it up. It's called BRIC. It's between like the European countries, like some European countries, to keep the money over there instead of like to America and stuff like that. It's like their own little thing.
So y'all saying something similar to that, like just in like black community?
Oh yeah, like the black community.
There's no reason we shouldn't have like how we got Chinatown, Koreatown.
There we go.
We need. Bro,
Yes, we don't have Blacktown.
you know what I'm saying?
You ain't never go somewhere and you're like, wow, okay, the whole row of businesses in the home. Oh, these are all black.
The mom and pop shops. The mom
In
and
New
pop
York,
shops
is
gone.
Little Italy,
Yeah, that's something got
Chinatown. You have Jewish areas that they will not rent to you. I don't care how much money you have. If you try to come and get a place there, oh no, we don't have it. No, it says it's free. Oh, my friend owns it. They're not letting you in.
Yeah.
You have some Spanish areas that you're not going to live in the building because you're not Spanish. They're redlining and segregating you. We don't have that. We'll let anybody get in our building.
Yeah.
If I own a building, if you have money, you're going in the building. That's how we operate.
Yeah.
But the other communities, they say no.
Everybody,
you know.
like I said, everybody else has it, and that's where we gotta, so we gotta really step ball up.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. I feel like once people get back or try to get back to that, like to the mom and pop shops and everything, like you'll have that coming back. But you go to the hood, who running the gas station? The Arab dude or something. Who got?
In every city, poor city, Arabs run the stores.
Yeah.
When I grew up, we had Mr. Johnson's store. Mr. Thing had the chicken place. You had the guy that sell the the fruit and vegetables, but that's no more.
That's crazy.
We'll buy as long as it's cheapest, the cheapest place. That's where we're going.
That's true. I wonder why like that stopped though too. Like,
right? They just stopped giving us,
loans
money,
and stuff.
loaning us money for businesses to flourish, to keep going. We just don't do it.
Probably what this video started.
9%.
San Fran, and that's what
All these are major cities.
I think. Isn't San Francisco one of the richest cities in the world? Like in terms of people
Silicon
living there?
Valley,
Valley, yeah.
that in Connecticut, I think. This is a expensive state.
Actually, in 14 major United States markets, a product cannot be number one without Negro support.
Wow.
A product must have the backing
mean, that's still true now. We make the trends.
That's true, especially with clothes.
With cars, we make it.
This is interesting, though. See how she's dressed? You ain't gonna see no twerking or nothing in there.
I can't twerk in that, shorty.
No, you're not.
No, there's somebody who would try and twerk in that.
I think that was the trap.
And most of these women were not working. They were homebodies.
I mean, they were working, but they were holding down the fort.
That's what they were doing. They were homebodies, nurturing women. They were taking care of the home, which is a hard job, one of the hardest jobs in the world.
That's what I was telling my other homegirls. I was like, bro, it's not no light shit.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized.
Clout.
They need recognition. That's basic in all of them. But perhaps because
I was about to die? Oh, shit. Okay. Well, probably at the end of the
Yeah,
where we at? 130? Oh, 120?
So we over here just watching the video and commenting anyway at this point. So
yeah, that's true.
like
it's a good video though. I'm gonna definitely send you that. So if you want to watch the rest of that video,
Yeah.
I'll definitely send it to you.
But How to Sell to a Negro is the name, right?
Yeah, How to Sell to a Negro.
Secret of Selling
to the Negroes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I've seen that video. I was just so like surprised, but I was like, "Yo, this is crazy to me." Like they really released this video,
right?
to people.
Right.
Like,
that was considered normal.
Yeah, like that was normal to just go out saying Negro. Yeah, it wasn't offensive at the time.
Even if you were offended, they didn't care.
Really?
So what?
They came up to and said, "Negro."
Yeah, that's so true. Dang, what our grandmothers went through back then, crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess that's it for this podcast, guys. That was a good one. We definitely got to have you on for another one.
Yeah,
get into some other combos.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Definitely, because we didn't get to touch on the barbershop stuff too.
We got time. We got time. We there's some heavy issues, so that was good.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna come back and do that again. But that's it, guys. And we out with this episode.
Peace.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all, bro.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
You can dick.
Yes, sir.